Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Fix. Nice work, gents. Look at that, look. Get out there, Ray. It's working that background. And can you deal with that?
Oh, look at the meat bag.
Feed it to the camera. Fed it to the camera. Guys, how's everybody doing?
Very well, very well.
Better every day.
There you go. Now, the last show, Ray had just destroyed everybody's life by throwing in a hypothetical matchup between Devon, No Limits Larratt, and Yevgeny, opera star Prudnik. And we spent at least 2-3 minutes thinking about that one, and we're back with everybody's predictions. So, Ryan, something live and direct from your dad's place. Who've you got?
I got Devon. I got Devon over 6. I think that Devon has the edge on the endurance factor. I think that the longer levers that he's presenting is going to just allow him to impart more rotation. I see it in a hook. I see it a grinder in a hook, very technical battle, and I feel like it's the prerogatives. It's going to be Evgeny's going to have to pin, and he's going to have to pin quickly. I feel like if he sits around too long, it's going to become Devon's. And the one thing that I think Prudnik may have is the ability to reverse to a top roll more than I'm perhaps thinking. I remember him doing that to Babayev when Prudnik was just trying to surpass Babayev. They'd go deep into a hook, and then he had a great ability. I've seen at the same time I've seen Evgeny Prudnik pull 13-minute matches against Pascal Girard and things like that. So we know he can go forever, but I think just because of the length and of Devon's hand and arm, he would win over the long rounds.
Coach Ray.
4-2 Devon. 4-2 Devon. Same thing.
Well.
They have both the same exact weapons. I would say Yevgeny is not the strongest from this side. You know, he's strong, but not the strongest.
Not so the absolute most powerful. There.
Yeah, but again, that would be a hook battle. I don't see him taking Devon's hand, and I see that Devon might get in a better position, but he's still. I think that would be awesome match. I would pay money just to see that match. I don't need anything else.
Like Devon is a bendy human. He's not rigid. I think the frame of Evgeny is more solid, and he could potentially just get so damn tight that Devon can't get through. Maybe that happens, but because Devon is an elastic kind of puller. Maybe Yevgeny takes it and just stays so damn tight in that defensive hook that Devon can't get through it. I don't know. It would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be one of the best matchups I think we could make, really. Yeah.
It's appealed to me a great deal. I think it's very important where what weight that match happens. I think that's really, really key. Because Devon's big, isn't he now?
He is, yeah. But so is Prudnik. Prudnik's around like 112.
112. He can be 110, 20.
You think Prudnik's got to work harder to get to that weight? I'm also going to say that Ryan made me a little flashback there when he said about the fact that he thought that Devon was a bendy human. I have had some experience with bendy humans. I remember one particular time in the back of a Mini with a woman, and I'm like, is that your leg?
Who was bendy? Was she bendy or were you bendy, Neil?
No, I'm not bendy. Nothing about me was bendy at that point, let me tell you that. I was bendyless.
You were in a Mini.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, throughout my day, if I start at a certain level of bendy and I finish at a certain level of bendy, at that particular moment, there were bits of me that were just maxed out on their unbendiness. Anyway, back to arm wrestling. So,
John Brzenk is a big fan of Prudnik. I know he really believes in Prudnik. I think that Prudnik almost he moves like John. He has a game similar. His size, his hand and forearms not too far from John's. And so I think that his ability to be complete, John sees that and kind of sees the potential for him to go on and perhaps beat Devon the way John beat Devon. But is Prudnik's hand good enough to do that? I don't think it is, but maybe it is.
I rate Prudnik highly. I think he's a very, very complete arm wrestler. One of my favourite pullers. I rate him very, very highly indeed. But do you think, let's talk about, there's guys out there, who I'd really, really like to see? Serrano. I'd love to see, oh my God. I'd love to see that match. Prudnik and Serrano. Who wins that? They're both about the same weight now.
Yeah.
Serrano, he just sat there.
I don't know if Serrano's well enough.
Mate.
I feel like Serrano is coming to Paul, I think, because Paul is doing these Instagram video live streams together with him, and so I'm thinking he gonna come to this side, and then we will see those matchups. He's a beast.
Yeah, beast. Serrano ran through the WAF like a joke.
Yeah.
He went through Matyashenko with ease, and Matyashenko is iron in there.
Oh, yeah. They were so above the pack. Everyone was good there, but they were just like they and everyone else. And again, it was Serrano and Matyashenko right here. So, yeah, I was watching.
Then you've got Kozak. Where's he? Engin never shuts up about how good Kozak is. So I don't know.
Yeah, we need to see that Kochak and Zaluyev match finally happen. They've been running to each other since I don't know how long, and for past few years they just been basically just didn't get a chance to pull each other. Now Zaluyev was a beast in 90 kilo class, he destroyed Sasho there. Everyone was surprised how easily that went, and Kochak just chopped everyone in 100 kilo class. So. Doesn't matter that he's bigger. I still think that would be a good match. And Kochak is a beast, and he just
Engin says that right now he thinks Kochak's the man in 100 kilos. In the 100 kilos, he thinks he's the man.
Yeah. So everyone who was out, he would beat everyone under any weight under 100 kilos. That's what he says. I think. But yeah. Hard to disagree, but again, we need to see those matches. It's just one match, and then everything is hypothetical. I'm so tired of hypothetical matchups. I want to see real matchups, and then we will see who is who. Because
it's just one of those matches that's right there, but you can't just reach out. It's like
that year.
Oh God! Yeah. Stop.
Yeah. It was
I know we've got the leagues. We've got PAL, WAL predominantly. But what do you think about athletes just randomly? Maybe not necessarily the big contracted athletes, but athletes just between the two of them, like I did with Chance Shaw.
Hang on a minute, mate. Don't even get me started on this, right? Because I have been saying this for so long. All I get, and I'm talking every week because of the, matchmaker for the World Arm Wrestling League thing. You get okay, why is this guy not in the World Arm Wrestling League? Why is this guy not in the World Arm Wrestling League? Why is this person not in the World Arm Wrestling League? Why is this person not in the top 8? Why are they not getting an invite to the top 8? Okay then, here's an idea, guys. Why do you need, right now, this year, while that person isn't affiliated to anyone anywhere, and in many cases isn't going to be for at least a season, why not get out and actually arm wrestle the guy anyway?
Yeah.
So it's not I would set that up in a heartbeat.
The Moldova stuff they did, the money prizes were good, but they weren't astronomical, and everyone was there. I'm pretty sure we can do it still. We just need some sponsors, and then we can see all those matches happening in super match format or whatever format.
On an individual level, that has been. I have created my own ladder to climb through doing that exactly. Wind the clock back to me transitioning from amateur to pro level. That was done by paying for my YouTube channel, paying for Justin Bishop to come to Australia to kick my ass. And then after that, it was like, all right, well, who's my next experience? So you can, through YouTube, create your own ladder and get it happening. And you inevitably get those opportunities. I mean, WAL, PAL, they all notice you after that. But
I'd love Arm Wars to be a feeder show for the World Arm Wrestling League. I'm not kidding. That for me makes all the sense in the world, because if you had Arm Wars as a feeder, and
it's neutral. State is
neutral,
so everyone
can come. It could be a feeder show for World Arm Wrestling League,
NoAffiliation,
Arm Wrestling League. That would be fine, But there are so many guys that I'll say to people, "Oh, you need to be checking this guy," like Serrano. I'm obsessed with Serrano. That's a bad mother fluffer. I'm constantly talking about that guy and saying, seriously, that's a bad man right there. There's many other Kazakhs that are iron. Georgians that are iron. Guys that are, they're ridiculous pullers. Yeah. And they're not going to get... There's no, the reality of the situation is, are you going to see a lot of these guys pull in either World Arm Wrestling League or... the Professional Arm Wrestling League in the foreseeable future? 1 year to 2 years? Probably not in most cases.
Yeah.
And yet these guys are right now at the peak of their career. They're amazing right now. So if that's the case, when we get out of COVID, why is that a problem?
Yeah. But a lot of these guys that are like, we want to see, like, there's there's 10 Georgians that are like world class, like Russians, Ukrainians. You just name the country and, they are there. Some of them will not come to these competitions. They will not come. You've
got a political block there straight away, Ray.
First of all,
look at the Zloty Tour. I'm not at that level, but it couldn't go because Russia are not going to go because of the World Arm Wrestling Federation issue.
Yeah.
Georgia are not going to go because of the World Arm Wrestling Federation issue. At this point in time, that's a real problem.
That's a real problem.
So it's a block.
Yeah, and back in the day, it was like some of these athletes, especially like Kazakhs, Georgians, they get paid. So they don't have to go, they don't have to go there and win the title. They go focus on one match, one competition in a year, of Worlds. They win that, they're world champion. They don't care, But yeah, we would need something in the.
I'm banned from WAF currently. I'm currently banned from WAF because I pulled Zloty Tour last year. If I wanted to pull someone who's in my weight category at WAF, I just message them on Facebook and say, hey, I'm going to come to your club. Let's put $500 on the line, because then everyone believes it's legit, and we pull.
No affiliation.
There's nothing.
I really think it's still possible to do it, and I don't think anyone would be against it if, like, Arm Wars would come back and just said, like, we will be neutral, we don't care, we just make matchups happen, and yeah.
I mean, that's a hypothetical equation at the moment, hypothetical situation, because of the fact that I'm deeply affiliated with World Arm Wrestling League, and that isn't going to change, not unless they tell me otherwise. I'm firmly in that camp, but I do believe that Arm Wars does have a place there potentially, and I do believe that there is another set of criteria for. And I'm not talking necessarily take this out of, the World Arm Wrestling League's backyard. It doesn't matter whether it's in Australia, whether it's in Latvia, whether it's in, particularly where you've got like countries where there is this, Rob Bidgett Jr. was doing the cock of the walk thing in the States. Yet you don't see that happening at this point in time in Western Europe, for example. Nobody's sort of grabbed that and thought, okay, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort out the pecking order of the top Scandies.
Yeah.
So let's find out who's the best Finn, stroke Norwegian, stroke Swede. You throw the Danes in there, whatever, just to sort out the pecking order so everybody knows who that guy is, who that girl is. Similar,
I agree totally. That's something I've tried to do here in Australia. The Australian Arm Wrestling Federation has taken care of, like, grassroots to let's call it to the top of amateur level. I've then, with my YouTube channel and things that, like Arm Fights Unleashed, I've put on a number of events. That's all about exactly that, just establishing the transition to pro and giving people an opportunity to be seen, and to feel like they're they're actually being recognised and proving something. So, yeah, there's
what Armwars did was just go for the match. Not necessarily, it was purely and simply matches where you had two pullers which everybody thought, oh my God, I'd love to see those guys go at it. I'd love to see those girls go at it. Just the best possible match where everybody wanted to see it. And everybody knows those matches. They're out there. You think about two guys, and the only reason we're talking about super prominent arm wrestlers is because those are the ones that are in your mind. Because you're seeing them on social media, you're seeing. But the fact of the matter is, if you brought it closer to home, you'd have the same thing. You can pick people closer to home that you're familiar with. I was watching, what the frig was it? I was watching one of the podcasts the other day. I'll tell you what it was. It was Arm Crossfire, and a question came in. Chris Gobby took it on, and he said, and it was something like, "Oh, what's the situation in? Why are there no UK pullers in the WAL?" Okay, and Chris answered,
"From Holland."
Well, he said there's only Tom Holland. That he just said the skinny guy. He said, but there's no others. And he said, but that's because there's no talent there anymore. Neil's retired. Paul Maiden's too old now, and in between thing. You know, some of their top guys. There is no talent there. Yeah, there is. People don't know. You know, it's like the same situation when, you know, what you're telling me, Craig Sanders isn't serious. Craig Sanders is serious. There's a lot of guys there that people don't necessarily know, but they're here and they're bad mother fluffers. Same situation. I bet you can tell us about guys in Latvia, probably in the Baltics period, that we may not know of, that they may not know of. You know, I mean, the fact that people didn't know in North America anything about Egle Veikute. You know, well, I mentioned Egle, and people are like, crickets, you know, who the is Egle? Yeah. Egle is probably, in the absence of Irina Makieva, the very best woman on the planet. You know, before Gabriela Vasconcelos pulled in World Arm Wrestling League, so many people had no idea
who Gabi was. Yeah.
Oh, that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, the bigger platform, more you are shining and everyone can see you, and that's what we need more, I think. Like the idea that we would, let's say, bring Arm Wars back and do it as a breeding ground for, like you said, WL. Like every big organization, like UFC has Bellator, you know, they've been purchasing these small organizations because they have a lot of talent, and it's still maybe in development, but it's right there. So,
but with UFC, it was Pride and the WEC.
Yeah.
So they bought WEC. WEC was obviously, and there, you know, there's been others as well. I think they may have bought. Was it over there?
They
King
can
of
bought
the Cage.
many. Yeah, they can bought many, and some they still have let on to do their stuff, you know, because they need those outsiders come in, and then it's okay because this is a champion, and can this champion beat this champion, and that's where the most interest is.
Now, a lot of problem I've found is that there's a lot of talk about this, okay? So people say, oh, I'm the man, I'm the woman, I want to do this, I can pull this, I can do this, I can pull this person, I can beat that person, I can beat all these three that you think are good guys. I can beat them all. So you say, okay, I'm going to line 3 of them up. Yeah, but I'm washing my hair that week. And I'm like, you're bald. And they go, okay. Seriously, so many times that's happened. That has happened to me so many times. Where somebody's made a claim and I've gone, okay, well, I'm not going to put you against one of these absolute, you know, the guys that are on the roster right now. But I'll tell you what, I got 3 potential killers here that are just behind closed doors. You might not know them. I'll put you against that guy. And they don't want to know.
Honestly, it's just a weak mindset, honestly. It is that people with that mindset will never make it to the top. They might make it close, but they'll never make it to the top. You've got to be prepared to lose. There's no question about that. I freaking love losing. I want losses. I say search for the losses. If you're winning in your local area, find the loss. If you're winning in that circle, find the loss. Keep finding losses until you can't find them anymore. And just don't hesitate. The faster you lose, the better.
Yeah.
I think it's a weak mindset.
I agree.
I agree. I think there's a lot of people now that don't attend events because of the fact that they believe they're going to be exposed.
I would I would kill for a match with Robert Virginia Jr. I'd probably lose right now, but I would like under any circumstances, if I would fight him in a backyard right now for $20 if I could. And hell yeah, let's do it. But I know that's not going to happen because he's a contract athlete and we've got to take our time. But at the same time, anyone that the world thinks that I would certainly lose to, I would love a match. They don't need to be famous. Give me a Kazakh that is legit, that people in Kazakhstan know is legit. And I would love to pull him, for sure.
I've got guys over here that, Stoica Bogdan. You and Stoica Bogdan, that's a match right there, I'm telling you now. Both weighing like 95, that would go, it would go off. That's a great pull. I'd love to see you pull Stoica Bogdan.
And I don't know, and the thing is I don't know anything about Stoica Bogdan, but I would love it as well. Like I said, it's, if an arm wrestler really believes in themselves and wants to get to the top, they're not going to be afraid of losing. And it has to be part of the formula to getting to the top. And so
embrace the challenge. Embrace the challenge. Yeah.
And when you inevitably lose, if you're okay with it, it's a growth thing. It is what's going to shape you to be the best.
I feel like I should, at some point, I know I won't do it because I'm not even committed to doing it and I'll never, but when we were on that show the other week and you said, you should come back, you should start pulling again.
Yeah.
I feel like I should come back to arm wrestling and not train. Just to show people, I don't train now, so why change? But just start entering tournaments and getting my ass handed to me, just so people know that it's not that bad. I could still come back on a podcast the week after, unless I've had some other issue that's preventing me to come in on. It certainly wasn't the arm wrestling match. Losing an arm wrestling match didn't kill me. It didn't stop me doing things. You know what I mean? Because it ain't that bad. I've lost lots of times.
After every tournament, there's one winner. Just one winner in every class. One winner. Just deal with it.
The amount of comments that I saw on YouTube where people genuinely thought I was going to run and hide and quit my pursuit of becoming an elite after losing in Zloty. People genuinely thought that, and I'm just like, it was the exact opposite. Trust me, getting my ass handed to me in Zloty excites me now because it's like, shit, yeah, I learned a lot, and I can't wait to be back in Zloty this year. It's exciting having lost like that. So, yeah, I don't know. You gotta have that mindset, otherwise.
Well, it's a slippery slope, isn't it? Because you can create a thing within yourself where it becomes problematic for you. You can create a situation where it's almost a block to competing. You're concerned about competing because you think, oh God, I've got to keep up this persona that I'm legit and I'm never going to lose a match. Let me tell you now, you can be legit as hell and still get leathered. If you're pulling at that level, I know that I've been to tournaments where I could have won that tournament that day. I was good enough to win the tournament, and yet I got pasted. Because you make them, particularly in main draw tournaments, you make the slightest error, you get punished for it. Somebody hammers you and that's that. So I think people have got to get over that loss is so bad. And also the guys that don't pull have got to sort of get off that, this guy lost to that guy that day under those circumstances, therefore they're a bum. Or therefore this guy can always beat him. It just isn't the case. One thing I respect about fight sports is there's always that degree of, it's a fight. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
And you see that happen so many times in fights. A guy will go and run through somebody and you think, oh my God, he's the better fighter. And then they fight again and the other guy gets KO'd inside 30 seconds. And you're like, no way. Yeah, he got hit. Have you ever been cracked? If you get cracked, you get cracked. And it's the same in arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can happen. If you're pulling at a certain level, these guys are no bums. The other thing is that you see some guy who's famous on they're a top tier puller, either on social media or they're with one of the big organisations. They go to an event and some guy that's not as famous but is very much a bad mother fluffer beats them. And suddenly it's like discredits this guy. They were pulling for World Armwrestling League. They were pulling in PAL. So, the guy they just pulled is no bum. The levels are once you get to that high level in the sport, it's really not so far away.
It's close. Everything is needles.
Go pull the Russian nationals once. You go pull a big tournament in Russia, and everybody in the class is a killer. Yeah. Go pull World Armwrestling Federation.
That's actually one of the things that I really want to do. Like I did with Chance, I want to do a European one. I would love to go to Russia and pull in a local tournament where there's just badass locals.
Yeah, the killers everywhere. Some of those, you remember like the Lion Cup and things like that. It didn't used to get much notoriety and stuff, but killers, feel the monsters. There's been other, examples of that where you just get high-level Eastern European tournaments, some high-level North American tournaments as well. Where you just get a lot of serious arm wrestlers just happen to descend on a place one day. I used to love seeking those tournaments out. There was tournaments in the late 90s called the Main Events. They were running in Pocatello, Idaho, and they were huge. And when you went there, everybody was in them. Yukon Jacks was the same, You'd go to those competitions, the main event competitions. It was just ridiculous. You arrived there and you looked around the room and everybody was a killer, I used to think, oh yes, this is it. Because it was that's what I enjoyed about it. It was that, it's on. That's what I sought out, that feeling before the night before when you just full of nervous energy, amazing. That's addictive to me. It's mega.
Man, I can't wait to get back to arm wrestle, on competition. You were speaking of this and I'm like, oh my God, all that nervous energy, I feel it. When you said it, I'm like, I want it so bad.
Awesome. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's awesome feeling. It's awesome feeling. The excitement,
I used to like just being literally, in the holding area before tournaments. I used to love waking up on the morning of the World Championships, the WAF Worlds, walking in there and thinking, I might win this or I might get my ass handed to me and I have literally no idea what, but I've done everything I can do. And then you'd get into the holding area, they'd call the weight class and you'd see everybody around the room all into their bags, getting the last minute stuff and all here we go. That was iron dick.
Yeah.
That feeling, honestly, feeling,
yeah.
You could encapsulate that feeling.
Yeah.
There isn't a better one. Okay, maybe getting blown's better. But, other than that, and it is better.
It's better.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a stupid, can't even believe I said that.
No. That's not even comparison.
No, it's not close. But outside of that, it's pretty bloody good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
It's the thrill that we all chase, and it's avoiding it for the sake of worrying about your own credibility is crazy.
Oh, those are those guys that will, they're training, and you say there's competition in 2 weeks, and he's like, I don't feel I'm ready. Then next year, I don't feel I'm ready.
Wouldn't you prefer to be the guy that wouldn't surely wouldn't people prefer to be the guy that is known for fearing no one? Sure, it takes a beating every now and then, but if you're known as the guy who just literally fears no one and will put his head on the chopping block against anyone, anytime, that's a cool thing to be known for.
I've had people come up to me when I'm going to the tournaments, right? And I'll pull the British National or Iron Arm over here. And they'll be like, oh, you back training? And I'm like, nah. And they're like, you're not training? No. So why are you pulling? Because it's ace. And they'll be looking at me, and honestly, they'll look at you like, you're not training, you're going to lose. And I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to lose. But it's fun. It's just fun. It's not even real life. It's fun.
Those people are missing a lot when they're not. Yeah, arm wrestling is one of the best feelings. Especially, I love that nervous energy when you feel you go to the table and you don't know if you will have it. And when you have it, you never feel more powerful at that moment. You're just you can take on anyone.
You know what, right? This is the thing, right? Anybody who's out there, if you're sat at home thinking, God, I do suffer with those nerves. Everybody gets that nerves, and everybody gets those things. But here's the thing, right? And if I'm lying, you tell me I'm lying. So who's been to a tournament and been pasted? got their ass handed to them. I've done it loads of times, countless times. I've been pasted in a competition. But at some point during that same competition, I've been in a screamer, an absolute blinding match, and I've won them and I've lost them, and kind of don't give a, because it was ace.
Just the feeling. Like, oh my God, that match! Like I lost it. I don't care. It was awesome. I was here. He was this. Yeah.
You'll spend the rest of the day, people coming up to it. Match was a friggin', and it's ace. That's the feeling. It's just when you're in that match and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
That's what you're seeking. It's not necessarily. Here's the thing as well. Here's the comparison. I've been to tournaments when I've been really on my game. And
I don't feel it.
I won the European Championships one year when I was on. I don't think I've ever been stronger that year. And it was like, I just killed everybody. I beat like Gulamanov, top guy. I was on my game. And when you're just crushing through, I remember Svetan Gashevsky came up to me after the Gulamanov match and he said like, Neil, your level's really high today. That was really good stuff. And when you're crushing guys, at the end of the day, I can go, I got that gold medal, but it wasn't that much of a good competition. I didn't really get in any grinders. I didn't get in any battles. And we were talking about this last night on a show, and we're talking about efficiency in main draw tournaments. If you're a really efficient fast filler, you're just like, boom, finishing guys. It's done. You're silver bullets. You don't necessarily get in the fun matches.
You don't get that satisfaction also.
The fun matches where the battles where the matches are, innit? That's the way.
That's why I love super matches. That's why I love super matches. You get them more into.
Oh yeah, like the Vladislav when he won his first double European Championship, 2000, I want to say 18, and he just like easy, super easy, just like nothing. He comes back and he's like, I look at him and he looks disappointed. I said, what's happened? He's like,
yes,
I didn't get challenged. He said,
yes.
I didn't get challenged. And he lost a lot of motivation from that because you're like, well, no one really touched me in my class and I can see it. And when he's training, he feels like, oh, I'm already there. And then you get kicked, your ass get kicked because you think you are there, So, always looking for that challenge. Always, never enough. Never enough.
It's the challenge. It's not the medal.
Yeah. Like, who cares? Who cares? He's like, I don't feel it. Yeah,
it's all the cliches, isn't it?
Yeah. But that time he won World Championship against Daniel Prokopchuk when he had to beat him twice in an amazing match, and we had the whole game plan. He comes back and he's so happy because he beat the challenge. He rise up to it, and it's a different thing. It's a different. Guys are missing out if you're thinking like losing sucks or tough matches sucks. No, that makes you better. Look for those tough challenges every day.
I feel like I've had 4 or 5 of those moments where they were amazing matches. One was at yours, Neil, Arm Wars.
That was ace.
That was so friggin' amazing. The adrenaline, the friggin' hormones in your body, whatever's going on, it's good. Another one, Evan Burgoyne, bottom 8.
Yeah.
Friggin' nuts on that stuff. Alan Guerra getting the win at WAL, phenomenal stuff. But yeah, you live for that sort of stuff. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's true. We live for the challenge. Story, yeah. I think David Goggins said, do something hard every day. Do something challenging every day.
I know I tell my missus that.
Oh, man.
Every day.
That was killer.
Sometimes twice. Just a little rule I like to live by, lads.
Yeah. Do me twice hard.
Oh, jeez. Not a bendy human at all. Not a bendy human like Devon Over.
I don't know, but hey, I don't know. I have no intention of finding out How bendy Devon like. I'm going to say, I was going to ask you when you said it. I was like, how do you know that? I thought I'll leave it. I'll let it lie. You know? Yeah. This one time at band camp. I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell me one night when you're drunk.
Oh. Yeah.
So, guys, that brings us to 35 minutes into this show. Probably a good place to wrap it up. Well,
stay hard, guys. Stay hard. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Go to Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. Like that. Subscribe to that. Go to Voice of Arm
Wrestling. Speak of.
Yes. God, just and stay hard.
Guys, remember, let everybody know about this thing if you enjoy what we do, and we would like to see you on here next time. I think we're rattling through these shows. This is going to be like show number 10. I think next time out, show number 10, ladies and gentlemen, of The Fix with Ryan Blue Bowen of Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. Get on there, check it out, like, share, subscribe, get the tattoos done. Voice of Arm Wrestling's own Raymond Liepins, Coach Ray. Thanks, guys, for joining me on the show as usual. And for you guys at home, stay safe. Hope you and your families are well, and we'll see you again soon. Till that time, take it easy, peeps.
Stay hard.